talked to a friend of mine who's from Brazil who has a completely different take on the new leader of Brazil. Like, he's more positive about it. And then I've talked to other people that say he's a monster.
Yeah. I mean, if people in Brazil are living through the current chaos, I can understand why they might go to a Duterte-type figure to say it's going to be messy, but he's going to clean it up.
Right.
But he certainly seems like a monster.
Yeah, and they're experiencing some crazy economic crisis as well, right?
Yeah, and it was the fastest growing economy in Latin America. It was booming.
Yeah, it was just booming just a few years ago.
Yeah,
so it's like this roller coaster ride.
We did a film there recently, and I might get the numbers slightly wrong, but the amount of people that were murdered in Brazil in 2017, I believe it was more than double the amount that were murdered in Syria.
Jesus Christ.
I think it was 72,000.
Yeah.
And after the World Cup and Olympics, the trafficking gangs and the police militias just retook all of those areas that were pacified to protect the tourists during the World Cup and Olympics. So that violence has just come right back to the favelas.
See, again, there's just so much shit to pay attention to.
Yeah. And Rio, the image of Rio is still, samba on the beach. And,
I've been a few times.
Right.
Yeah, I've been for UFC events. It's beautiful people, very nice, very friendly.
But then you go 2 or 3 miles up into the hills. Yeah. It's another world.
Well, we drove, when you land at the airport, you drive through the favelas on the way to Rio, and you're like, whoa, this is a different kind of poverty.
And during the World Cup and Olympics, they put billboards next to that road to block the view of the favelas.
Did they really?
And those billboards are now starting to fall apart, and you can now see in again, yeah.
Wow.
And you can hear it. If you stay close to there, you'll hear it. I mean, we went into the favelas many times. We saw one guy who was suspected of being a police informer. So the trafficking gangs had captured him, slashed at his leg, so he was lying on the ground, put 4 rifles to his head, and just unloaded. And his chin was still kind of where it should be, but everything else was...
This is when you got there while...
We got there right afterwards, sorry. No, we didn't witness it happening. We got there right afterwards. But yeah, it's hideous violence there on a massive scale.